My name is Ginny, also known as 2/3 Lotus, everywhere on the internet. This clip is part of my series, The Poets of Twitch, where I analyze my viewers' writing live on stream. Nothing has been edited out, so you're seeing this exactly as streamed with all of the imperfections and tangents that come with being live. If you want to catch me live or want more information, check out the description. Otherwise, enjoy some excellent writing. I like the title. Wondering if the poem is about improving or deteriorating mental health. Could be either. For sure. Knowing Callie. But also, yes, given the title. By HighCalliBrr. Any thoughts before I start? HighCalliBrr. Otherwise, we will just read. I have chips. Sick. Okay. Chips or fries? HighCalliBrr is an American, right? HighCalliBrr, are you American? Where are you? I feel like you're American. Yeah, chips are chips here. Damn. The ring light fell, y'all. Scuffed ass stream. You never know what those yanks. Poem is cursed. Yeah, I want something better than this. You're from New York. Oh, that's right. You've said this. Look is back and better than ever. It's probably better centered than before. Okay. Let's read a poem. I'm falling insane with you by HighCalliBrr. I'm sane. I'm sane. I'm sane. My heart can vouch for me. For what gray heart can prove with reasoning the love that others cannot feel? Prove me sane, my heart, that she be made as real as what I could with flesh, imagine, long for, and caress what others cannot feel. Prove me awake, my heart. I feel she is a dream, with lips that count my every breath and sigh what small relief belongs to me. That she could love me. And all this could be real, but no, she does not count, but make her own voice loud, and I'm sure this she does feel. The voice tells me she's content, that she dreams for no more than she can feel, and she does not need me, and so my love won't be revealed. But no, this is only my own dream, and my poems lose their scheme and rhythm, and I forget their theme. And all that's left is the voice, and the image of a woman that I will never touch. And if I showed her this poem, I'm sure she won't feel much. But I'm glad to see her smile. And if this is not real, I'm glad that angels manifest such an angel in their dreams. And I'm glad this is a poem that she will never see. I'm falling insane with you by HighCalliBrr. Good stuff. Good stuff I like. Penguino Man likes. Whoa. Lots of love poems lately, HighCalliBrr. Lots of love poems. I think, so I know you just got a book of sonnets. I really want to see a sonnet by you, HighCalliBrr. You already write very lyrically, very rhythmically in your unversed works. Basically everything I've seen. I think like a HighCalliBrr sonnet would be pretty special. A modern writer of sonnets. You don't have to be that. I just think that'd be cool. It feels like you naturally, your words want to flow, I think. I'm gonna read it again. I am falling in sane with you by HighCalliBrr. I'm sane. I'm sane. I'm sane. My heart can vouch for me. For what grey heart can prove with reasoning the love that others cannot feel? Prove me sane, my heart, that she be made as real as what I could with flesh, imagine, long for, and caress what others cannot feel. Prove me, awake, my heart, I feel she is a dream, with lips that count my every breath and sigh what small relief belongs to me. That she could love me, and all this could be real, but no, she does not count, but make her own voice loud, and I'm sure this she does feel. The voice tells me she's content, that she dreams for no more than she can feel, that she does not need me, and so my love won't be revealed. But no, this is only my own dream, and my poems lose their scheme and rhythm, and I forget their theme. And all that's left is the voice, and the image of a woman that I will never touch, and if I showed her this poem, I'm sure she won't feel much. But I'm glad to see her smile. And if this is not real, I'm glad that angels manifest such an angel in their dreams, and I'm glad this is a poem that she will never see. I'm falling insane with you. I am falling insane with you. By HighCalliBrr. I dig a lot. I need a cough drop. I'm almost out of this bag of cough drops. It's lasted me like a year. No, not a year yet. It's been like 10 or 11, maybe 9 months, I'm not sure. Analysis. What do y'all think? Just after a couple reads. Any of y'all? Penguino Man, Stylish Fail, HighCalliBrr even. Anyone who I forgot to say the name of who's in my chat. What do we think? You love it. This might be weird, says Penguino Man, but I'm glad to see the different punctuations. Yeah. Mostly the exclamation marks. Yeah, I'm sane, I'm sane, I'm sane. My heart can vouch for me. And then we have question mark, exclamation, comma, period. We have a colon, semicolon, colon. We haven't talked much about punctuation in our streams. We talk about that. I like the sentiment it expresses. Yeah, well, describe that sentiment, Stylish Phil. Which I feel like you don't actually see a lot of in poetry. It depends on the poetry you read. The exclamation points actually are part of what reminds me of sonnets. You see exclamation points quite often in sonnets. I have some diverse punctuation in the poem I read at the start of stream, Pigweed Man, which I will try to remember to send in the Discord so you can peruse it. Such a hard to express idea, and it's well done. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, loving someone and keeping it to yourself for the sake of both. At least that's what you got. I think I feel that. I'm actually feel like I'm going mad and then I need to go outside. Well, if that's the case, then do that, HighCalliBrr. And if this poem being read is the maddening thing, please do let me know and we can pause. Trying to on-F my sewing project, so not paying 100% attention. No worries. Oh, before writing the poem. Going mad. Well, there is a madness. Love is madness. The most dangerous thing is to love. I am falling in sane with you. What do I want to do? Can we scroll through slowly one more time? Yeah. Do you want me to read it again, Penguino Man? Don't be sorry. Like, if y'all want me to show the whole poem again, or read something again, or, like, do things again, that's fine. That's an important part of teaching, is pacing. And if, like, do you want me to read it again, or just... Because I can read it again. I like reading poems. And that will be scrolling through slowly. Nah, don't need to. Yes, please. Okay, then I'll read it again. Like, this is important. I don't think I've expressed this very much on stream, but if y'all want me to do something in relation to the poem, show a certain part, read it again. Oh, look at this part. You don't need to wait. You don't need to, like, just ask. And sometimes at the end I'll ask, you know, oh, were there any specific parts that you wanted me to look at that I didn't? And usually people have questions for that. And, you know, if I skip a line and you don't think I should skip it in terms of analysis, then yell at me, you know? I'm falling insane with you by HighCalliBrr. I'm sane. I'm sane. I'm sane. My heart can vouch for me. For what gray heart can prove with reasoning the love that others cannot feel? Prove me sane, my heart, that she be made as real as what I could with flesh imagine, long for, and caress what others cannot feel. Prove me awake, my heart. I feel she is a dream. With lips that count my every breath and sigh what small relief belongs to me. that she could love me. And all this could be real, but no, she does not count, but make her own voice loud, and I'm sure this she does feel. The voice tells me she's content, that she dreams for no more than she can feel, that she does not need me, and so my love won't be revealed. But no, this is only my own dream, and my poems lose their scheme and rhythm, and I forget their theme. And all that's left is the voice and the image of a woman that I will never touch. And if I showed her this poem, I'm sure she won't feel much. But I'm glad to see her smile. And if this is not real, I'm glad that angels manifest such an angel in their dreams. I love that couplet. And I'm glad this is a poem that she will never see. This is one of my favorite things in the poem. If I showed her this poem, I'm sure she won't feel much. I'm glad this is a poem that she will never see. It almost says that, like, maybe this is a poem she will see. But, like, seeing has multiple meanings. Like, it will be shown to her and she won't see it because she won't feel anything. Or she just won't see it. It won't be shown. Now, whether or not the subject should show the poem is an entirely different story. I think showing people poems when you like them has gone quite out of style. Where do I want to start? Starting at the start usually works. Not much in terms of symbol. We're just speaking our mind. I asked to read through again because I actually had a critique, but on the second read through I'm not sure if it's really valid anymore. Did Callie specify if he wanted critique? I am fairly certain that... Are you open to chat providing critique and feedback? Yes. I've seen very few that... I don't think I've actually seen anything in the form that says no to that question. So I kind of gloss over it. I should look at it, but like pay attention to that. So, I'm sane, I'm sane, I'm sane. I'm not sure why I'm struggling to start with analysis. Does anyone have a place they like? A line they really like so far that we can start with? Leaning into you all to get my brain moving. A favorite stanza, perhaps? I know you all liked the end. Or a question, a line we don't understand, and want to break down. This would help. Maybe.
prove me sane. Sure. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's start here. Starting in the second stanza, because we're quirky like that. Prove me sane, my heart, that she be made as real as what I could with flesh imagine, long for, and caress, what others cannot feel. There's a lot going on in this stanza. So, prove me sane, my heart. The beginning of the poem. I'm sane, I'm sane, I'm sane. My heart can vouch for me. And I think some of this can't be understood without the first stanza. My heart can vouch for me. And then, prove me sane, my heart. Calling upon it to do so. This sets up what feels like a sort of unreliable narrator. I think more often than not, the insistence of one's sanity is probably a detractor to the reliability of one's sanity. That's generally a feeling that is evoked, you know? Saying, I'm sane, I'm sane, I'm sane, gives a feeling of not really knowing what it is to be sane. And maybe this is a question of this poem. What is sanity? This runs throughout the poem, and it's in the title. Prove me awake. I feel as if she is a dream. When reality feels like a dream, this is an insanity and an illusion. Reality. This is something that starts to sound slightly not sane. Continuing to talk about reality, dreams, and then this is only a dream. Things start to sort of break down. A person, reality being reduced to the voice and an image. And then not real, angels manifesting angels. And so sanity is deeply, deeply important in this poem. We say it 4 times in the first 2 stanzas and in the title. Prove me sane, my heart, that she be made as real as what I could, comma, with flesh imagine. That she be made as real as what I could with flesh imagine. Break this down. I could, comma, with flesh, comma. This is sort of specifying how this imagining is occurring, right? It's imagining with flesh what could, as what I could with flesh imagine. It is about what the flesh can imagine. Also didn't expect a hetero poem in this community. Hetero is fine. First thing you sent me was a hetero poem, Stylish Phil. That she be made as real as what I could with flesh imagine. So, this can we can ignore with flesh for now. That she be made as real as what I could imagine. Comma, long for and caress. What others cannot feel. And this is connected as well to that others cannot feel. These two stanzas are sort of very, very similar. Big line of connection. Wait, which one? Oh, not one you wrote, but the apple tree. Sorry to interrupt the analysis, but I thought I'd drop this in before it gets chased away in my mind. Yeah, drop something in before it gets chased away. We meander here. Don't apologize for words. While we're chatting, hi Ginny, hi Give It a Go Show. Welcome in, how are you? What is up? Okay. Big wall of text from Penguino Man. Oh, more wall of text from... Okay, sick. I think my critique is just a really weird one. I know that cliches are inevitably going to happen, but I feel like the best parts of this poem are when the writer strays away from them, using callbacks for an idea they created in the couplet at the ending. I personally feel if they take off from the cliches and add more personality, could benefit. The cliches include Greyheart, the angel, etc. I understand there's constraint of rhythm, but I personally feel departure from the cliches. So you're feeling like there's some aspect of cliche in a Greyheart, sort of a lack of love, and the idea of an angel, sort of this perfect being as another person who you're in love with. Are these your cliches? But there's also isn't. Yeah, but there's also isn't. Yeah, they are. What are you saying? There also isn't. What are you saying? Yeah, but there also isn't. Right? Chat is hard to understand sometimes. I can't take it. I think this is a probably a slight inversion of a cliche. And I think there's more to the Greyheart than just the surface of it. There isn't cliche. Oh, so you're saying certain things are cliched in this poem, in your opinion, and many things are not, and you just want more of the not cliche. Cliche is a really hard thing for me to think about. I think we should talk about cliche. Not necessarily because I think there's cliche in this poem, but because you do. Like, there's some lines in here that are really cool and sound personal, intertwine this and some are just, some of the cliches are, okay. I see. And we'll get to that. This is good. Okay. Sure. Now that you've said it, I will remember it, because you made me parse a wall of text. So, thank you. I think this is... I don't think you're wrong, to be clear, Penguino Man. I think that this is a valid analysis. I'm also hesitant to jump into agreeing with the cliche. Idea, just because I haven't analyzed them myself. Like, I'm still looking at Greyheart, and I haven't really even processed what that means. Fun fact, cliche is an onomatopoeia for the sound a stereotype like a printing press makes. That's cool. Interesting. Because it's constantly printed out over and over again. That's cool. Yeah, on the fence too. It's why I asked to read through again. Sort of admitted that it's almost just a half critique. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see, but we'll keep this in mind. We'll do an arrow here. Cliche question mark. That is... I don't know what's going on here. There. Why is the C... I just need to erase this. I don't know what happened there. Cliche... Okay, there we go. I'll break in my brain. I'm breaking down. So, this stanza still. Prove me sane my heart, that she be made as real as what I could imagine with flesh. Long for and caress, what others cannot feel. This poem grapples with reality deeply. Prove me sane my heart, that she be made as real as something that could be as real as what I could imagine. Oh, this is so it's like this circle. It almost begs the question, is what this stanza does. It's I need to think about this more. Okay. That she be made as real as what I imagine. Dot dot dot. Of course, the contradiction being that imagination is somewhat not real. I mean, it's real in the sense that we do it. We imagine things. But as real as what I imagine. Like, for someone to only be as real as imagination is an interesting thing, because imagination is not the pinnacle of reality. Imagination is not, let's do red, not the realist thing. I think a maybe more straightforward way, or a less interesting way, a much less interesting way to say this would be, or to talk about someone being real, is to say, like, as real as what, as something that is literally real, like a mountain or a rock, or something very stable, right? If you said as real as a stone, then it's pretty clear that it's talking about something physical and real. But to only be as real as what I imagine is so much more beautiful. Because, and it's not that there's a this is so cool. This is so cool. There's an ad that's about to start. So don't watch it. Self-care. I'm gonna stretch and drink water. Drowning Devil, welcome. You just got hit with an ad though. Swirling words. Okay. Welcome back. I'm still Jenny. Good that the ad break hit right then, because it makes me take a break, and I got to step away from this stanza that's ripping my skull in half. I need to catch up on chat. Welcome, Drowning Devil. How are you? HighCalliBrr says, I personally believe a cliche is more for those phrases that have no twist. Like, I see a cliche when I see a common symbol that is not used in a new way. A common symbol is not a cliche, in my opinion. The cliche is the entire context of the usage, you say. This makes sense. And, Drowning Devil has theoretically received a delivery of a hat. Exciting. So, prove me sane, my heart, that she be made. So, if we are sane, prove me sane, that she be made. That she be, I feel, it says, as a consequence, I think that's grammatically, that she be means that whatever she be, as in made real as what I could with flesh imagine, is a consequence of sanity. So, sanity, or the being proven of sanity, allows this person to be real. So that means if we are not sane, this person is not real. Potentially them diving into a realm of being this weird dream-like hallucination figure, angel born of angels' dreams, or something. So if I am sane, then she sort of will be as real as what I can with flesh imagine. And it's important that it's not just imagine. It is with flesh. And flesh does imply, I think, a more grounded nature to this imagination. It's tactile. It's not purely abstract speculation of this human. There's a grounded being to it. And thus, if I am sane, then she is sort of something that can be imagined by the flesh and thus potentially real. Something that is real enough to be longed for and caressed. That saying then, that if I am sane, she is real. If I am not sane, she is not. Long for and caress what others cannot feel. And I think understanding this will give us an understanding of what this one is saying. But basically stanza 2, which is, I think, actually probably a nice place to start with this poem, says sort of, my sanity dictates the reality of this situation. I see, but that's also very a priori. Oh, we're using a priori. Kant says that a lot. To clarify, I don't think trying to get at the definition of what a cliche is, identifying them in your writing. It's more that these common symbols to me seem predictable and not as fresh and impactful as a symbol that might be more personal, impactful, and in this case, heartbreaking. Interesting. Like, you've proved to have really interesting ideas and symbols beyond these common ones. I really like when you do that. Don't take me seriously, though. Sleep-deprived ramblings. Well, you know, Callie is great at strange symbols. But I think there is some interest in gray heart. Let's break this down. I'm sane, I'm sane, I'm sane. My heart can vouch for me. So, tied in with the sanity, deeply tied to the subject's sanity, is love. Because the heart is the thing that allows for the sanity. I'm falling in sane with you, in love. Love is somehow connected to sanity. For what gray heart can prove with reasoning the love that others cannot feel. I don't think the gray heart is the subject's gray heart. Because this seems to be implying that my heart, the subject's heart, can prove. And a gray heart, for what gray heart can prove with reasoning? For what gray heart can prove with reasoning? So a gray heart cannot. It's questioning the ability of a gray heart to prove with reasoning, meaning actually my heart is not gray. I think is how I see it. With reasoning, the love that others cannot feel. And the heart of the subject is perhaps complex or in love or insane enough to reason its way into a sort of true love. Proving is reasoning, right? The love that others cannot feel. So, and what is the love that others cannot feel? I think this could be referring to like a degree of love. The love that others cannot feel. The amount of love that they cannot feel as opposed to the degree that I can love, because I can, with a heart, become sane on the part of another person. And a gray heart certainly can't do that. Like, this is very much a poem about not being able to love, which a gray heart would describe. But the gray heart, I think the poem is exactly denying, precisely and specifically denying the cliche of the gray heart. This is not my heart. I am tormented by maddening love. And I cannot have it. It's a colorful heart forced to gray rather than a gray heart looking at color. Does any of that logic follow? Because there's a very complicated grammar to this, and to multiple parts of Callie's writing. But I think roughly the first two stanzas say that love and a degree of love is related to sanity because love can reason one into an understanding of the world around them? Maybe. That I can do things through love that cannot be done without it. It all reads as very insane. And that's probably, I said at the start, like, there's a feeling of unreliable narrator because this much sort of obsession is not sane. I didn't get that from the poem. Well, yeah, we need to analyze the rest of the poem. I've looked at 2 stanzas thus far. Other stanzas could change these interpretations. Prove me awake, my heart. So, I am in some way, I, me, the subject, I am asleep, and the heart, love, can catapult me back into wakeness. I feel she is a dream, with lips that count my every breath and sigh what small relief belongs to me. Again, it is the heart that can make her more real, that can pull us from dreams. It is love that can overcome this sort of insanity. I think it's more about a love that is too strong to be expressed. Yeah. And I don't think that interpretation at the start is exclusive to that idea. Because this all, I think I was trying to express is that the love is the only thing strong enough to make her real and to make the sanity, like, to ground one in reality. It's like love is all I have, sort of. In that case, the love is strong. Coughing. Also, I'm enrolled in classes now. Context of writing, digital design tools, applied marketing strategies, critical approaches to literature. Very cool. I'm glad I'm not in college. Reading that class list. Nope. Not for me. Even like my ideal list of classes does not sound good. With lips that count my every breath and sigh what small relief belongs to me. The lips count and the lips sigh, and the lips, her lips, give relief. So again, it is the romance that is grounding this subject in reality. That she could love me, and all this could be real. But no, she does not count. But make her own voice loud, and I'm sure this she does feel. That she could love me and all this could be real, but no. This feels like the start of a sort of speculation, a hope, on this love, of the fact that this love can exist, that the love can be brought into reality. And we stop ourselves, but no. This love is not possible. She does not count. There are two ways to interpret this. Not count doesn't count, as in, like, not valid. Or she does not count, as in does not physically count, enumerate something. And I think I see this as her not counting, as in her not really being, like, a valid solution. Or that she will not be real. Beast to Plate, thank you for the follow. We're currently reading a poem by Callie, who's in chat, and I'm Ginny. We read poetry here. You feel terrible, Callie? You need to lay down, then lay down. That she could love me and all this could be real, but no, she does not count. But make her own voice loud, and I'm sure this she does feel. So now she actually speaks to the subject. The voice tells me. Her voice. We had the voice earlier, right? Or maybe it's later. Where's the voice? The voice in the image is later. That she could love me, and all this could be real, but no, she does not count, but make her own voice loud, and I'm sure this she does feel. The voice tells me she's content, that she dreams for no more than she can feel, that she does not need me. That might be the most forward line in this poem. She says she does not need me, and so my love won't be revealed. Stylish Fail, earlier you mentioned that you feel it is a love so strong that it cannot be expressed. I find this to be unrequited, or love that the subject knows will not be requited. The voice tells me she's content. You know, the worst thing is when you like someone, one of the worst things, and you want to tell them and they're like, "Oh no, I'm not looking for love. I'm like good on my own. I'm like blissed out and enjoying my life, and I don't need someone else coming in here and messing that up." That's how I am right now, I think. The voice tells me she's content, that she dreams for no more than she can feel. I like this. She dreams for no more than she can feel. What she can already feel is enough. Dreams for more than she can feel, I think, is roughly a reiteration of contentedness. I actually wonder if, like, I know, Callie, you seem to enjoy very obfuscated meaning, very not clearly communicated stuff, and I think the voice tells me that she dreams for no more than she can feel might actually feel more thematically similar to all of this in its vaguity, but also it's nice to hear her speak clearly, right? When we're talking about her, she's someone who's content, someone who can just say it, whereas the subject maybe struggles to actually speak in a non-crazy way. Is the voice an end voice, maybe? What do you mean end? Like the subject speaking to themselves as her? Well, but make her own voice loud. Now, we also have the unreliable narrator come in. I'm sure this she does feel. And this is important because I don't think we should trust the subject of this poem to be sure of anything. So this is perhaps the subject putting words into her mouth. After all, he doesn't touch her. They don't touch her. They don't interact. And thus perhaps this is all in the head of the subject. The which I still find is the, like, maybe it's not overtly unrequited by her, but it's, if I do this, I've convinced myself that it will be unrequited, and I'm driving myself insane, turning her into a dream. Regardless, my love won't be revealed. But no. This is only my own dream. This is only my own dream. This lies slightly after halfway in the poem. And this is where I think it gets a little trippy. Because if this is only my own dream, all of that, then, well, let me back up. But no, this is only my own dream. I think this is, again, actually that grappling with sanity. The question is, can this love be real? Can this love be more than a dream? And this contrasts, I think, the first two stanzas, which say, I'm sane, this is real, I'm going to prove this is real and prove to myself this is real. Which makes this, no, this is only my own dream, a sort of recapitulation of the doubt that has been seeded throughout. Simultaneously, it might say that everything up here is a dream, and point to the fact that any of the doubt that the subject has toward this person's action is a falsehood that they have created. It's sort of the mind playing games with itself. Because this is all a dream. She's a dream, and anything she says, if she is a dream, is a dream, so it gets really muddled. Probably affected by, and my poems lose their scheme and rhythm, and I forget their theme. I think this is a genuine... the subject genuinely losing understanding of the situation. What is real? What is the theme? What is the scheme and rhythm? What is the structure of this? I don't know anymore, says the subject. Deeply lost. My mind went blank when I wrote that stanza. Well, your mind. I'm talking about the subject's mind. And all that's left is the voice. So, if we're talking about the subject's mind blank, losing everything, not knowing what is there, it is only the voice. It is only her. She has overtaken everything. The subject, their poetry, my poems is often like myself, my ideas, my mind. And the poems have been replaced with just her. Only her. Just Monica. Right? The voice and the image of a woman. Completely overtaken. That I will never touch. And if I showed her this poem, I'm sure she wouldn't feel much. Again, I'm sure I don't think we can trust, because all of this exists in the space of the subject's probably just, paranoid doubt, really. There's so much paranoia in this poem. It's a dream. It's all a dream. None of it's a dream. My love can prove that it's not a dream. What's a dream? Is she real? No, this is all of this. None of this is real. None of the things I think are real. I'm losing track of my own poem. It's all falling apart. Like it's a breakdown. And not a fun one. Some breakdowns are fun. Not this one. And the image of the woman that I will never touch. So, this is an interesting... I said earlier that one of the poems is... Or one of the lines... She does not need me. That I will never touch. Anytime that the narrator speaks, saying, I'm sure of something, it gives us cause to doubt the narrator. That's just how it works. Like saying, I'm sure of this is just gonna cast doubt. But that I will never touch feels like it feels genuinely confident. If you have to say I'm sure, you're probably less sure than you are. And that I will never touch. So what happened to my pen? There we go. This actually feels like a reality. And I think it's the unfortunate reality of this poem is that the narrator probably knows that they've spun themselves into so much paranoia. And they've cast so much doubt on themselves that it's just not going to happen. Also can't say what I did with this poem, but I'll say I did the forgiving thing. I don't know what that means. Forbidden thing. I don't know. But I'm glad to see her smile. This is a nice change. I'm glad. There's not much of emotion. It's whether or not this is a dream. It's her emotion. It's her not needing me. It's what my love will do. It won't be revealed. It's hypothetical. She could love me, could be real. There's like a deep lack of actual emotion here, which makes the gray heart interesting, because it makes us wonder if the subject has a genuinely gray heart, since they aren't acting on love. But I'm glad to see her smile. This is like maybe the first time that the subject does something in this poem. Be glad. Almost the first action they take as I read it. And it's sad because it's resigned. The subject has established that she is happy. And I'm happy that she's happy. And if this is not real, then we jump back to the speculative mind virus nonsense. I'm glad that angels manifest such an angel in their dreams. She's the angel in the dream. And that angels dream about her. I like this. Like, we talk about someone as an angel, and it's pretty, like, run-of-the-mill. But I do think angels dreaming of an angel, already perfect things, seeing her as a perfect ideal, speaks to the degree to which the subject, the narrator, sees the beauty of her. Now, also, another way to interpret this is that if she exists purely in non-dream, or in non-reality, in dream, the one that manifests her is the subject. The subject is manifesting her in dream, and that almost makes the subject the angel. And I'm glad this is a poem she will never see. She will not understand it. She has gotten it. This I hypothesized at the beginning, right? That she could receive the poem and she will not see it because she will not understand it. So she will not see it. She will not see the love. Well, she doesn't know it's for her. Don't tell me it's about Ginny. No. Y'all are only allowed to write angry and inflammatory poems about me. This best not be about me. We cannot be having that. So, I mean, it's a fascinating way to describe an unrequited love. I'm falling insane with you. There's so much going in circles and self-doubt and speculation of dreams and confused nonsense, and then there is like genuinely endearing things in the end, you know. I'm glad to see her smile. That might be my favorite line in the poem, actually. But I'm glad to see her smile because it shows our subject genuinely feeling something. I feel like there's a spider in my brain weaving these webs with words. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like a web, and it's really dense in all of that. The forbidden thing you said, HighCalliBrr, was showing her this poem or presenting this poem to her in some way that she was able to read it. I mean, not forbidden. It's out of fashion, but I think it's a beautiful thing to do. I've written poetry for people. It doesn't usually go well, but I think that's because if you're writing poetry about someone, you're just, it's poets. We're crazy. You'd love to get a poem. I could write a poem for you. It just wouldn't be a love poem. I mean, I've written love poems. You wrote her 3. I mean, I bet. Romantic interest. Okay, yeah. I would love to get a poem too. One of them she knows was for her. Okay. Well, if she knows that you're writing a bunch of poems about love and one of them she knows was for her, she knows all of them are for her. And she was cool with it? What does cool with it mean? What does cool with it mean? Agree with Ginny. Yeah. Come on. You don't have to be much of an analyst to know that this is a poem about unrequited, or like a poem about frustrated love, or some struggle with love. I think. I mean, it just talks about love very clearly, right? Like, love. My love won't be revealed. Like, HighCalliBrr. Come on. She can't find out. Oh, HighCalliBrr. That's deeply funny to me. She knows. You're the one making it weird. I kid. It's very endearing. I don't know. It's gonna be like, yeah, all these poems are for you, and I like you, and if not, that's fine. But it is cute. It's very cute. It is very cute. I'm glad to see her smile. Invite us to the wedding. Yes, invite us to the wedding, HighCalliBrr. So yeah, this is my favorite line, I think. Do you have any questions, HighCalliBrr? I can critique. You asked me what I think of the title, and I mean, I'm falling in Sane with you. I guess we didn't really wrap back the connection of sanity and love. That's important. Okay. What does love have to do with sanity in this poem? It gets markedly less insane as the poem goes on, which is sort of perfect. Falling insane with you. It's almost like we start deeply insane. There's more distance between the subject and the object being her. And then by the end we actually kind of talk in reasonable and comprehensible statements. So in a sense the title is accurate. I'm falling in sane. Like this becoming more sane, in love, in sane with you. Now, the other beautiful thing is that it's also insane because it's stupid, I think, to believe that loving someone else will ever make yourself more sane. And this speaks to the unreliable narrator of the poem. And I'm not saying you're stupid, HighCalliBrr, but I do think it is the case that another person can not accomplish the making sane of another. And so, but it's a clarity. It's an insane clarity, which is perfect. Insane, insane. It's a great double meaning that simultaneously it seems to get more sane as it gets more focused on her, but of course the whole thing is insane and maddening and whatever. Maybe the sanity is keeping the author's feelings to themselves instead of going after the maddening love. Yeah, like insane is love. Prove me sane my heart that she be made. I like that. I like that. Falling insane is not falling in love. Falling insane, becoming insane is falling in love. Becoming sane is not. Yes, I like this, Stylish Fail. That is the correct words. You win. You win a prize. I don't know what, but I think you're right. So I agree. Based on my analysis, that's what I was trying to say. This is a cool poem. It really looks like a change in sanity. Even the colors do that. They're like harshly red and blue to like nice pinks and oranges. Any questions from anyone? HighCalliBrr, the author of this work. Effectiveness of certain things that we feel I missed in analysis. Questions generally related to the poem. If you have other questions, that can be after the poem, but can interrogate me. The title is great. I like the title. This was the one question you had, Callie. Am in pain, tired and coughing, but enjoying this. Well, I'm glad you get some enjoyment. That means a lot. Gives extra meaning to the poem. Yes, I think the title does the beautiful thing that I think titles should do of broadening the poem. The title very much latched me into being able to understand it and creating more of an understanding than I would have without it and without any other title that isn't similarly sort of providing a double meaning of sanity and love. It's almost a triple meaning. Insane, and then the connection to like in love. It's like an impressive title. I like it. Feels like a title of a poem I should have seen like a long time ago, because like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Like, it's a great title. It's a great title. It sounds like there's no questions though. So is there anything you want to critique, improvement? Oh, we talked about cliches earlier. Yeah, no, I don't agree with Penguino Man and the cliches. Cliche. Printing press, go cliche. Kind of makes sense. I like it. No, because I think the gray heart. Nah. And I like the angel thing. The subject is a potentially an angel manifesting divinity. Like chastity. Kind of gives that vibe. There was a speak of punctuation earlier that Penguino Man brought up. And something about punctuation is that it's deeply expressive, and that makes it a dangerous tool. Penguin Man was really happy to see exclamation points because you don't see them that much in poems, and I think that's because they're like very powerful. Exclamation points should be used in settings where the emotion is deeply heightened. It's an interesting oxymoron. Deeply heightened. Greyheart is supposed to be like, I don't know, I thought of it as a brain that feels great. Oh, I like that double meaning. The brain is gray, gray matter. You know, I've maybe a way you could make it a little more evident if you wanted to. My heart can vouch for me. For what matter can grey heart prove with reasoning? That might work. Matter just as what subject. And then it gives us another word that makes us think about brains. And then we're like, oh, grey heart. It's like a brain. That might work. But you don't say grey matter. You talk about the matter of the love. That might work. You could tie it in some way like that. Adding another brain word might make the connection just come a little easier without telling the reader that it is. Now I really like Greyheart. That is super not cliche. Yeah. I dig HighCalliBrr. I dig. This is my one piece of advice. I'm pretty like low on giving advice lately. I just read poems and talk about them. Title, I am falling insane with you. By HighCalliBrr. Unless there are any more comments, questions, concerns, did anyone hate the poem? I so deeply desire for someone to say yes someday. Yes, I hate the poem. So this insanity definitely feels like just a really bad mood swing. Oh yeah, like I've felt this insanity. You loved it, Stylish Fail. I loved it too. Oh, sorry. I mean, boo, hiss. I hate it. It's the worst poem I've ever read. No. Here's I'm Falling Insane with You by HighCalliBrr. I'm sane. I'm sane. I'm sane. My heart can vouch for me. For what grey heart can prove with reasoning the love that others cannot feel? Prove me sane, my heart, that she be made as real as what I could with flesh imagine, long for, and caress. What others cannot feel. Prove me awake, my heart. I feel she is a dream with lips that count my every breath and sigh what small relief belongs to me. That she could love me and all this could be real. But no, she does not count, but make her own voice loud, and I am sure this she does feel. The voice tells me she's content, that she dreams for no more than she can feel, that she does not need me, and so my love won't be revealed. But no, this is only my own dream, and my poems lose their scheme and rhythm, and I forget their theme. And all that's left is the voice, and the image of a woman that I will never touch. And if I showed her this poem, I'm sure she won't feel much. But I'm glad to see her smile. And if this is not real, I'm glad that angels manifest such an angel in their dreams. And I'm glad this is a poem that she will never see. I am falling in Sane with you by HighCalliBrr.
Thank you for watching. I encourage you to check out the rest of the series, follow if you enjoyed, and stop by Twitch if you want to share your own work. See you there.